Audio rolling, or audio recording, video rolling. 3, 2, 1. I didn't want to clap too loud because then the dogs would get upset. Hello, hi, hey. Welcome to Coffee Talks. This week, I don't know. I don't have like one topic in mind, or at least like I kind of do. But again, I didn't think it out all the way through. I'm just winging it, and so I don't have a title for this video. And so I'm gonna figure that out later. This week on Coffee Talks, we have my skull mug. Because I like my skull mug. And it's spooky season. Skull. Yeah. I don't know. This week for coffee, I don't know the brand, and I don't remember where I bought it, but it is bourbon maple flavored. I don't really taste the bourbon, but I taste a little bit of the maple, and it's fall. So it fits right in. I don't know. Every day I'm learning more and more about myself, especially when I actually take the time to sit and reflect on how I was day by day. And I'm still coming into myself, and that will continue to be a process. Because I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to be myself and how to be myself around other people. And like not just the people in my life that like I hang out with and talk to frequently, but like people that I see maybe once a year. I'm learning how to be myself around them and accept myself around them, if that makes sense. Yeah, I really don't have much of a direction for this episode. Like I said, I didn't plan it out. Just going by feel, essentially. Every day is a new opportunity to try and be more of myself, and I'm trying to do that. Some days are better than others, and then, some days I'm just like, oops, you slip up. Every day is a new chance to take that leap of faith, and not every day you're gonna land it on your feet. Some days you're gonna land flat on your face, and you're gonna have a little cut on your eyebrow, and then other days like you're gonna get flung off the horse and then wonder how you only ended up with a bruise. You never know. But the most fun part about the leap is the fall, because in that moment nothing else matters. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free. I'm sorry. I have a love-hate with Fast and Furious. I like to make fun of it just because it's so cringy at this point. But like the old days, when it meant something, it was just like, cars are my life, racing is my life, and now it's just a stupid action movie series. And it's like, bro, it's not even about cars anymore. So I guess part of this episode is has to do with like self-identity issues, I suppose. Actually, yeah, that could be the episode. Self-identity issues. It took a couple minutes. It took 5 minutes, and I figured out what this episode is gonna be about. Let's go. Okay. So self-identity issues. I still struggle with them, but I am getting better. It's just taking some time, and I have to be around the right people. Like, some people it's easier to be myself around them than it is around others. And that's a little bit of a fear factor, just because part of me is still like, will I be accepted? When I'm trying to be of the mindset, it shouldn't matter if I'm accepted because I'm gonna be me. I'm trying to do that. Trying to get there. Slowly but surely. It's just gonna take some time before I like perfect it. I'm still a little shaky, but I'm getting my balance. And part of the self-identity issues has to do with like with media you consume, like TV shows, movies, that kind of stuff. Because when you lack a strong sense of self-identity, like when you don't really know entirely who you are because you've suppressed it so much, because the way you grew up, whatever, the way you felt, all that kind of thing. When you don't have a strong sense of self-identity, it's easy to warp yourself into a character. And sometimes it's hard to break that character. Sometimes it's hard to come back to who you are as a person, come back to reality, all that kind of thing. And again, it's something I'm trying to learn. It's something I'm trying to perfect. Just be like, hey, you're not on stage. It's okay. It's like, you don't have to be worried about it. You don't have to be worried about putting on a performance. It's okay. And again, that's something I'm trying to instill in myself, something I'm getting better with, but still has its moments of just me reverting to old habits in a way, because they were habits. It's hard to break the habit, but I'm getting there. And again, part of the whole media thing, where it like warps your perception of yourself, like it has to do with what kind of TV shows you watch, and like how, like what are your feelings towards those TV shows. One that was just on my mind last night was Supernatural, because me and some friends went to a haunted house and it was actually really fun. I love Supernatural. Well, okay, I have a love-hate with Supernatural, just because like it got complicated and boring, and then like the way they ended it, and it's all that kind of stuff, and it's like, why? But anyway, when I was like 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, I wanted to be like Dean. I wanted to be Dean Winchester, cool dude driving the Impala, like everybody's favorite, the badass, And like in certain aspects of my life, I've tried too hard to be a badass, but it's like, okay, I'm not that guy. It's all right. Nah, bro, I am that guy. And then I just get like an imaginary slap upside the face, like, no, you're not. Chill. I'm like, okay, fine. And but yeah, like I wanted to be like the Han Solo. I wanted to be like Han Solo, because that was like the original inspiration behind Dean's character in Supernatural. I also haven't watched Star Wars, just so you know. So like whatever, you get what I'm saying. But the Han Solo type, that kind of thing. Or like the action hero, because everybody loves the action hero, all that. But that's not me. I'm not the Superman. I'm not the Tony Stark. Sometimes I would like to be invincible. I would like to have the status of Iron Man. Like sometimes, like the ideas are there. It's like if I was invincible and had the powers of Superman, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Or if I had the money, charisma, and all that of Tony Stark, then I wouldn't have a problem with anything. And it's like, no, they still had their problems. But the strength is from, like, the strength of a lot of characters comes from actually being vulnerable. Not like these characters that kind of pretend to be invincible. And I'm tired of pretending to be invincible. It's like, okay. It's like I said in the last one. I feel like in terms of my cinematic universe or whatever, I feel like I'm Captain America at the end of Endgame. It's like, cool, I get to go home and I'm done. But the old part of me that was like, nah, let's be the cool badass like Tony Stark or all that. It's like, no, that's not who we are. Because I haven't had certain experiences in my life, I kind of get the idea of like, oh, let me try that, let me try that, let me try this, let me try that. I mentioned I didn't really go to college. I went to a tech school for like a certification. That's it. I was there for like 3 classes over the span of a year and a half. So it's like, it's after high school. I essentially just had very limited education afterwards, and so I didn't get the whole like party. Like I didn't do the whole party thing, like I got or a lot of college kids, and part of me feels like I missed out on that because it's like I wanted to try it at least once. And like even just talking with some people, I like the idea of it. I like the idea of being like, yeah, let's party, bro. And then I'm just like, I remember why I don't like vodka. It's just like, oh, all the drinking and all that. It's like, I'm not filling a void anymore. So it's like, I don't actually need that. I think that I want it, but I really don't. I'm not a partier. I'd rather just stay at home and chill or go to a park. Like, uh, I'm learning that it's okay to be, I don't want to say boring, but I'm learning that it's okay to be plain. It's okay to be plain. And I'm coming more into that. I'm coming more to terms with the idea that it's okay to just be average. I don't have to be some like exceptional human being. I can just be a regular guy. Because for a long time I felt like I had to be this makes me feel like a jackass for saying it like this, but it's like I had to be a beacon of light or all that kind of stuff. It's like, look at me shine. And it's like, really, bro? And, part of that, like, recently, over like these past few months, is because, again, like, I have a lot more confidence in how I look, because physically, this is the best shape I've ever been in, like in my entire life. And so it's kind of hard for me to contain that because I'm just excited. I'm excited that I can wear a medium t-shirt and look like pretty decent in it. Like I have to buy jackets in a small. At the start of the year, I couldn't even imagine doing that. I thought if I was a small, like if I thought at the beginning of this year, because of just how warped my perception of my actual physical image was from being overweight all those years, I thought that if I got down to a small, that I was unhealthy and had an eating disorder and something like that. It's like, no, I don't have an eating disorder and I'm still that size. It's like, that's my true size. It's like, I'm smaller than I thought I was. And I'm okay with it. Because I was this big dude for a long time. And I'm tired of being the big dude. I just want to... I just like being the dude that can maneuver. And part of the reason that... Part of the reason I feel... like project confidence in my outward appearance is because in some ways I'm still not happy with it, and I'm learning to accept that I'm never going to be fully happy with it because of where I was, in terms of like my weight and like just my size, because like I may be skinny now, but like that doesn't mean I look good with my shirt off, if I go to the beach, I'm still probably not taking my shirt off in public. Just because, I've got some loose skin and, like, I'm covered in stretch marks. And so I guess I've been projecting that I'm confident in myself because in some ways I'm still not. I've still got my insecurities. I'm trying not to let my insecurities eat me alive, but they do sometimes. And so I'm just trying to get better with it. I know that I'm never gonna be perfect looking and all that kind of stuff, and I need to stop trying to act like it. I need to stop trying to act like it sometimes. But yeah, I'm becoming a lot more okay with the idea of just being a regular guy. And another part of the whole aspect when it comes to media is the Uncharted series, like the Uncharted video game series. Like, I have the logo right here. I 3D printed this like a year ago, and then I painted it and took a lighter to it to give it these dark accents because it used to just be all white. And but yeah, so part of the reason I keep this on my table is because I'm really proud of how this print turned out, and like how I actually made, or how I the process I did to actually make it and give it its look. And the Uncharted game series was the first game series I played all the way through since probably the Batman games when I was a kid. Like, 13 or 14, 15. And I played those about a year and a half ago. Played all the way through them. And I love the character of Nathan Drake. Because, again, he's the Indiana Jones kind of guy. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be the Indiana Jones where I'm just like, I'm kind of free. It's like, I guess in a way, kind of like, I have no responsibilities. Let me go do this. Like that kind of thing. It's like, I just wanted to be a free bird all the time. But basically, by the end of the series, like, Nathan grows up. He's like, going on all these wild, crazy adventures was fun, but you're still kind of left with that empty feeling. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like the idea of going out to parties and all that kind of stuff. It sounds fun. Driving stupid fast and doing things like that. It sounds fun. But it would just be filling a void that I don't need to fill anymore. I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs outside the door. They're doing their little pitter patter and I guess just playing with each other. I don't know. But I hear that on my floor outside. But yeah, I loved the character of Nathan Drake, and that's part of the reason why I wear my necklace like this. Like, this is the Dean Winchester replica ring. I bought this when I was 19, and since losing all the weight, it doesn't fit me anymore. And so I wear it like this because, if you know the Uncharted games, for the first 3 games, Nathan Drake has a ring that says Sic Parvis Magna, and he wears it like this, like a necklace. And so it kind of ties the two together. My love for the character of Dean and my love for the character of Nathan Drake. And Sic Parvis Magna, that means greatness from small beginnings. And for a long time, I felt like that had to be me. It's just like, I have to be this great thing because, I was the underdog, I'm gonna fight my way to the top. Cool, once you get to the top, you realize how lonely it is. Because if you fight your way up there, you push away everybody else. And I was actually gonna get Sic Parvis Magna tattooed above my spark plug here. And again, it means greatness from small beginnings. And though I loved the way it looked when I did a rough sketch of it, I don't really think that it's for me. Because I don't want to be this great thing. I don't want to be Rocky. I don't want to have my statue at the top of the steps wherever it is in Pennsylvania or in Philly. I don't want to be the self-sacrificing hero, the action movie star, all that. I don't want to be that. I just want to be a good man. And I've been trying to do that. Again, sometimes, sometimes better than others, but I'm trying. I'm trying to tell the people in my life that are important to me that they're important to me. And that's helping me to come back to myself. This goes back to the whole, like, I'm accepting that it's okay to be plain. And sometimes I feel like I need to interject a little bit of like spiciness into my life to or I guess in a way interject like a tiny bit of chaos to make it interesting. It's like, cool, if you interject a tiny little bit of chaos, then it's gonna disrupt the peace. I'm trying to stop doing that. I'm trying to stop interjecting a little bit of chaos. I'm trying to just be chill and relaxed. That's why I don't listen to like rock music or anything when I drive, because back when I used to do that, it was because I was depressed and I wanted to drive really fast to avoid my feelings, but I don't want to do that anymore. And I haven't done that in a long time. I'm learning that certain feelings have their place and their time. That's why this is gonna sound so stupid. Lately, I've been listening to like country love songs. I just love the idea of love. Don't judge me, alright? Even if you do, I don't care. But like, still, I've just been listening to like country love songs here lately. And it doesn't amp me up. It's just like nice chill, and then, that kind of thing. Because I don't need to be amped up. Why do I need to be amped up? I'm not in a fight. I'm not out trying to save the world. I'm just trying to be a regular guy. Why do I need action music if I'm just trying to be a regular guy, Like, it's fun in the moment, but afterwards, it's like, cool. You don't need it anymore. I'm becoming more okay with the idea of just being plain Jane. I'm okay with that. And it's funny because it kind of brings me back to the basics of who I am and like parts of myself that I had long since forgotten. Like, what was it? After the haunted house last night, I stopped to get a milkshake at Steak and Shake. And normally my go-to is for like Reese's or something like that, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get a cookies and cream. Because, I don't know, I always loved cookies and cream. But for some reason, I was like, it's too basic. It's too, like, just average. I gotta be extra. I'm like, dude, cookies and cream is your favorite. Just enjoy it. In a way, I was so scared of being myself with myself that I kept secrets from myself. In a very strange way that, like, it makes sense to me. Like, I was so worried about actually being me that I kept secrets of who I am away from myself. Like, cookies and cream has always secretly been my favorite color. Green has always secretly been my favorite color. Like, I like dark blue like this, but like a forest green has just like always been my favorite. I still like blue, but I don't know, just green, it brings me peace. It brings me peace. And I'm trying to enjoy the peace in my life a little bit more. I'm trying to not interject chaos into it anymore. Like, I've had moments in the car where like I just sit in the car for a couple minutes after I get home from work. And I'm trying to decompress. Because, my car is my safe space. Like, after everything me and that car have been through, that car is my safe space. And, like, I hardly let anybody in my car. Like, not because of the whole, oh, it's a sports car. I don't care about that. But it's the fact that my car is my safe space. And I'm only going to let people in my car if they bring me peace. It's one of those things. it's one of those things where it's like, okay, if you're gonna make me anxious while I'm driving, I'm not letting you in my car. Because while I'm driving, I kind of need to focus on driving. And that's why I only ever let like 3 people in my car. My car is like my own personal universe. And I only want a handful of people in it. Also, cheese pizza. I low-key love cheese pizza. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I was just so pepperoni for the longest time. I like pepperoni pizza, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about cheese pizza, man. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, just give me more cheese and more bread. Like, I don't even need the pepperoni. Like, okay, give me a little, like, thing of marinara sauce on the side. Or, like, garlic dip. Give me the garlic dip for the pizza. Maybe I just really like garlic bread. I don't know. Yeah, self-identity issues. And just realizing it's okay to be plain Jane. There's a whole lot of average people. Because you need a whole lot of average people. That's what average means. Average means middle ground. The everyday man. You know? I don't want to be some actor. I don't want to be a movie star or anything like that. I just want to be a good person trying to help people, and that's why I do these. These help me connect with myself. Anywho, I'm sure I've been rambling on for long enough. Just like I always do. I always ramble on. But it's okay because I have a nice and soothing voice. Maybe I should do ASMR. Maybe, I don't know. Just... Hey, it's free real estate. That kind of thing. I love this cup. This is the second one of these kind of cups I've ever had. Like, I had another skull cup like this years ago. It wasn't like shiny and fluorescent like the other one is, if you could see it in the light. It was just like regular clear glass. But it was exactly like this, and I got it from the museum. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's in Pennsylvania, and it's one of those kind of museums with like a whole bunch of like skeletons and dead things. And like, I loved that cup so much. I still have it, but it was my coffee cup for like literal years. And like it started getting heat fractures, like heat cracks. And so I had to stop using it. And then like a year ago or something like that, like I think at the start of the year, I saw that at Walmart and I was like, I have to have it. Like, it's exactly like my old cup, but shiny. It's shiny. I don't know why I act like a child sometimes. It's okay. I just have Chris Pratt energy. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I really have been rambling on for long enough. I'm gonna let you go. I will see you next week. And hopefully I actually planned that video a little bit better. Thanks again for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.